Xin chào, hello, and good morning. My name is Anthony, and I will be hosting ILA Story Takeover today from Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. Looking forward to spending the day with you, so come along and I will show you a day in the life as an English teacher living in Saigon. It's 7 in the morning, and I am having some coffee, preparing breakfast, getting ready for the day. Typically, I wake up around 6:57 in the morning. My first class is at 8:30. This morning, I was a bit restless. I was so excited to join in today and meet you all. So first, I would like to give you an apartment tour and reintroduce you to my cat. For those of you who met him a few years back when I took over ITA's story takeover and living in Istanbul, Turkey. And here we have my beautiful cat, Aşkım. He is a Turkish cat, a rescue cat. I rescued 3 years back. And I will explain the process of traveling with the cat, all the requirements and the stress that comes along with that in a later video. On to the apartment tour. We have a shoe rack with some fake books. You know, it's all about the aesthetics. Then I have my bathroom, which is a wet room, pretty typical for a Vietnamese bathroom. There I have the landlord install a shower curtain. I'm not really too upset about the wet rooms, to be honest. They're really easy to clean. You just scrub it and give it a rinse and you're good to go. Now I have my kitchen here. As you can see, there's just one burner. I don't really cook too often, but when I do, I use my rice cooker up there quite a bit. Do some work here. I eat here. Moving on to the bedroom. As you can see, the king of the house, who messed up my couch here. I purchased this, but everything else in the house is from the landlord, furnished. So yes, we have the bedroom here, and I have my desk where I work, do my private lessons. Nice wardrobe here with some intimate lighting. These are a few of my possessions I've collected. This guy's from Iceland. We have some oils from Egypt. This is from a good friend of mine in Pakistan. Here we have this from Hoi An. My cat has attacked most of it. I have some boxes. I am moving this weekend, so that's exciting. But yeah, furniture was provided, and I did purchase this couch on a website. I can send the link in the video. As you can see, the flat is a bit small, especially when compared to where I was living in Istanbul, Turkey. But that being said, I've been pretty happy with living here the past year. I've had a really great landlord. He's been very helpful, kind. The one thing I would change, however, would be the sound. It can be pretty loud here, as you may notice. So my next apartment, I was really adamant about having soundproof windows. Those are the things you just learn along the way, what to look for, you know. So yes, we're going to get ready for work now, and I will introduce myself more, tell you more about my past ESL teaching experience, and give you a tour of my classroom. Some past experience. I started teaching 6 years ago with the Peace Corps in a country bordered by South Africa named Lesotho. This was pre-pandemic. Unfortunately, due to COVID, we were all sent back to the States, and I was floating around a bit, made my way to Istanbul, Turkey through a course that ITA offered in person. From there, I was teaching online with different language centers, business schools, and eventually found my way at 2 different international schools. And 3 years later, I moved to Ho Chi Minh City, Saigon. I currently work for ILA, which you may have heard from past alumni is one of the country's biggest language centers. The school that I work for is actually a new concept that ILA offers called ILO, which is a preschool where they use the Hay curriculum, the Finnish curriculum, and they operate Monday to Friday. So my schedule is Monday to Friday, weekends off, which is amazing. So Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 10:30, a short break, and then I go to a different center from 1:30 to 4. Here I have my first classroom at campus number 1, where I'm here Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 10:30. As you can see, I have my class management system up there, little days of the week and weather. We have playtime every day during the lesson. It's a really holistic approach with the curriculum that we use. So yeah, this is it. Back from my first class, and I have a 3-hour break. Typically, I will either go to the gym in between my break or take a nap. Napping culture is a true thing here, so I am happy to take advantage of that. And luckily, I live relatively close between each campus. I have the privilege of doing that. So yes, follow me as we go to the gym. First question here, my ITA experience. As I mentioned before, I took the TEFL course in November 2020 in Istanbul, Turkey. This was through a third party of ITA, and it offered in-person classes, which is something that I really wanted and was kind of rare at the time due to COVID. So the class was a month-long program. We had 10 practicum hours, and those hours were divided both with students, with older students as well, in person, as well as online classes. So we kind of had a hybrid bit of practice between teaching online and in person. Next question here. Yes, you do. You at least need a bachelor's degree. If you have a bachelor's degree, you can land a job at a language center here in the country. International schools, private schools, and public schools, they seek teachers who have a degree, a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in education. Having 6 years of English teaching experience abroad, I am a bit apprehensive on pursuing my master's in education to work at an international school here, but who knows, we will see. Close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. You take a drop, I take a sip. I want your lips, you know I kiss. You know I got designer taste, and your design's too good to waste. When the breeze comes out at night, yeah, it always wants to bite. And I try to resist, but then the devil always wins. Yeah, time. I'm afraid our time has come to an end, and I must retire for the evening. Thank you so much for coming along with me, seeing the day in the life of an English teacher living in Saigon. I hope you have received some informative information. In the next story, I will send you my personal Instagram account. You can send more questions if you have, or just give a follow. I will also send a link to the last ITA story takeover I did living in Istanbul, Turkey. I also have a friend of mine who is an ITA alumni. We had an interview together for one of his podcasts. I will send that link, and feel free to give it a listen. You can hear more about my experiences from the very beginning of an English teacher teaching abroad. Thank you. Goodbye.